afternoon, one and all. This is the fourth webinar in this season, and we had started right from hospitality, tourism, and this is on events, and we did on facilities as well. So events is one of the major part for the students, and most of my students are eager to know what will be going to happen for their futures in upcoming days, because most of the students are leaving the college within 1 or 2 months, and most of the students are uh, going to industry for their industrial trainings as well. And this is the hard time for our industry. So we want your support and your blessings and your enlightenment on students, so that they can focus more and they can get more opportunities, or they can get self accumulated with the knowledge. Yes, sir.
Hemant, sorry to interrupt. Can you move little this side, because the backside light is
Sir, my room is like this, sir. I'll go that side.
Okay, please. Because it's not very comfortable for us to look at you.
I think this is better.
Yes, this is better.
Kindly, we need like me and my students, on behalf of my students and other students from other colleges, even they are participating, to know what is going to happen with their futures in like upcoming days. So can you please give some insights so that they can focus more? Today we have few speakers. I'll start with the lady first. We got Ms. Vishala Reddy, who is one of the key speaker and one of the best person I ever have met in my college premises several times. And like I'll give her a brief in a minute. Yeah, she's like
Hemant, what happened?
I think some internet connection issue must be.
Let's introduce ourselves, I think.
Yeah, maybe, yeah, let's do it. He came back.
Yeah, madam, you can start otherwise. No problem.
Yeah, we can start actually. Maybe, the brief what I got from Hemant is that the students, they are going for internship and industry trainings, and everybody had a lot of hopes and dreams about their future and careers, and they kind of, they expected to be, we all expected to be in some good positions, but now COVID has come and changed everything. It disrupted our lives and our professions and our industries. What Hemant was telling, that what kind of message that we can give it to students and how they have to be prepared for the future, and especially what is happening in MICE industry. So how MICE industry used to be earlier and how it is going to change for the future, and what kind of transition and shift that students have to be prepared for. So in fact, I was telling that the technology, as Naidu Garu was telling, the technology is going to play a big role in MICE industry, and the meetings will be much more smaller. You don't see 30,000 people, 40,000 people, 10,000 people conferences the way we used to see earlier. And a lot of new kind of IPs, intellectual properties will open up. Earlier, we used to see a lot of meetings were happening in, different industries. But now you see a lot of new events coming up, like how do we prepare for COVID, and the technology and the medical, these fields are going to take up, and we are going to introduce new forums also. So maybe Naidu Garu can start and tell that, what are the changes that MICE industry has seen, and what is the changes going to take place in MICE industry, and how students can be prepared for it. Over to Naidu Garu.
Yeah. Thanks, Vishala. Thanks, everybody. So I understand we are the one of the major industry which is heavily impacted coming to us. There are other industries similar to us where there is a huge impact. But if you really look at it, MICE industry or the event industry is one of the very big hit industry. I mean, I kind of realized this in the month of second week of March itself, based on the numbers, what actually happening. Because just briefly, I run a company called Mera Events, where everybody who comes on our platform create an event, and we help them to sell the tickets online. So I know the numbers were at any point of time, we used to have 1,000 events on our platform. In the March second week onwards, I saw the numbers keep drop down very quickly. That's where I realized that there is definitely an impact going to happen to the industry. And when I look at the numbers, it impacted very deeply, right? It went to a level, literally, there were days where we never seen in our entire history of lifetime of 10 years of running the business, where zero transactions. But for the times where when the COVID was, the lockdown was happened, literally zero transactions on our platform, So it was where we are doing almost 1,000 transactions per day, it went to literally zero, It is a hugely impacted in the beginning, right? And it's a shock to everybody in the beginning. But when we realize quickly that, okay, is the industry is going to do without events? Answer is no. Definitely going to play a major role for the industry, and it's definitely events is going to play a major role in the long run. But it is a short-term impact. Answer is 100% yes. We need to digest the fact that yes, this is a short-term impact. What we need to do to learn in this during the short-term period, because by the time the market comes back, how we are going to equip the knowledge, necessary information that will take us to the next level. So we looked at immediately sometimes, and we said, can we do conferences? Can we do exhibitions? Can we do technology events through online? We looked at the technology and a lot of factors we looked at immediately, right? Luckily, Zoom is one platform where we are currently using also, is the platform which really went from a 10 million user base to almost 200 million user base on a daily basis. So the impact of the usage of one of the application like Zoom and Microsoft Teams, Google Hangouts, there are so many tools which was there in the market for a very, very long time. Earlier also we used to do the calls, but not as the way you are using today. So the one impact immediately happened was the Zoom, right? That created an opportunity for them. That company business grown from literally a small few $1 billion, it went to $50 billion. At least their business grown up by 40, 50 times. $1-2 billion company become a $50 billion company within 2 months period of time, So there definitely every storm will give opportunities to other people. Now we need to look at it. How are we going to utilize the opportunities available there, and how do we cope up with the market? So when we really look back, conferences, which is usually 500 plus people, exhibitions, which is thousands of people, may not happen immediately in the next 3 to 6 months, right? Meetings is also becomes like Zoom meetings, no more physical meetings. Incentives probably may not going to happen in the next 6 months immediately, right? All that and MICE, everything is impacted 100% in one way. But what is working out right now is whoever can equip with the knowledge, the information on the technology usage, how do we still believe that it's going to happen in the future, and what kind of knowledge we empower is what going to decide the future for all of us. I'll just pause here maybe, and then we'll come back in the panel more deeper on that part. Those are my opening remarks. Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Hello.
Yes. Thanks, Nidham. You're mute. You're muted. Can you? Yeah.
Yeah. Vishala ma'am.
Yeah.
Neeraj sir.
Yes, Hemant, yes.
Yeah. Thank you for helping me. As I said, you are the backbone for the most of the things. Yeah. So, Vishala ma'am, can you give us your insights about? Hello.
See, out of all the hello.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yeah.
You can hear me, right?
Yes, please.
Yes.
So, out of all the tourism.
Ma'am, yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Now we can hear you.
Okay. Some internet issue here. I connected with my phone. So the events and MICE is one of the most affected, as Naidu Garu was telling, because it involves bringing a lot of people together. But having said that, MICE is one of the most important industry to recover the economy. So how people are going to each other? How much ever that you speak on the digital platforms or how much ever you speak on the phone, it is nothing like that. They meet together and that is where the knowledge exchange happens. That is where the connections happen. So the MICE in economic transformation. So even after COVID, I think what governments have to do is to use MICE as an interface to recover the economy in all the sectors. Having said that, going forward, I have seen a lot of students, especially I am going to speak from the students' point of view, that forget about jobs next 2-3 years in the tourism sector, because it's not looking very good. But there has to be a lot of alternate channels are opening. Tourism, as in the major MICE tourism, events tourism might get affected, but there are new forms of tourism emerging. So for example, the wellness tourism is emerging, like especially for the rural areas. People are going and staying in the farmhouses, and they are driving down to the destinations within 100 to 150 kilometers. And there will also be culture kind of tourism and domestic tourism will emerge. So this kind of niche kind of forms of tourism are going to emerge, not the mass tourism. Mass tourism is not going to happen. So what the students have to do is they have to do a lot more research, and what is happening, they have to keep themselves updated, and they have to upscale their skills, and they have to be ready to work in any industry. For example, now even the hotels are opening. There are a lot of new opportunities are coming up, there's a new job now, it is going to be added. People have to stand at the gate and they have to check their temperature. So a lot of innovation is coming up. So as long as people innovate and people keep themselves busy, people upscale their skills, they will be busy, and there will be some work for them, and you can get into anything entrepreneurship. Now a lot of new opportunities also coming up, masks and packed food and chef driven restaurants, and this kind of opportunities are opening. So students have to, one thing, all of us have to be prepared for this kind of situation. We have to keep what is happening. It is very difficult to tell that this is what exactly going to happen and you have to do this. Every day things are changing, so keep yourself open to news, and keep observing what is happening in the industry, and keep upgrading your skills. And one sector which is going to open up with a huge job opportunities, culture and creative industries. So the United Nations Conference on Trade and Development, UNCTAD, told that after agriculture, culture and creative industries is the only area where huge job opportunities are going to come up. So the CCI sector involves about 36 creative fields. Let it be architecture, let it be interiors, arts and crafts, and fashion, films, content writing, publishing. These are very small and boutique kind of industries. And also the beauty of these industries are they're localized. So every village needs to be engaged now. Every residential community needs to be engaged now. Every colony needs to be engaged, and they have to come together. So the community manager, instead of event manager, there will be a community manager job. Instead of some like hotels, there will be some experiential tourism aspect. So they have to be prepared for to work for CCI industry, maybe do more research and learn more things, and then be prepared. That's it.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for your enlightenment. Neeraj, sir.
Yeah. Good afternoon, everyone. I think the topic given for us today for the discussion is challenges and opportunities. Let me discuss the challenges first. I think Naidu sir and Vishala madam have very well outlined the challenges that we are facing because of the COVID-19 situation. See, as students, most of them, the time now is to unlearn what you have learned. It is the time where you need to relearn, and you need to develop new strategies, new SOPs for the new normal era that is coming up. Like for example, when a student comes out of a college, he earlier days he used to think of preparing himself for the industry. Now he has to prepare himself as an industry. While we talk of the meetings industry, the meeting industry will go a lot of transformation. You, as Vishala rightly pointed out, and Naidu sir has also elaborated, that we will not be able to see a meeting with around 1,000 people, 500 people, at maybe 500 people we can, but 1,000, 10,000 people meetings we will not be able to see. But I like to point out here that an event manager like me, who has been in the industry for 20 years, these 10,000 people meetings and conferences have a very little bearing on my economy. Maybe they have a very big bearing on the country's economy, but what, as an event manager, I am bothered is a meeting which is of 100 people, 1,000 people, 500 people. That gives me my daily bread and butter. And I am so happy to point out here that the industry is crawling back, if not coming back, bouncing back, but industry as such, the mice industry is literally crawling back to its normal, or let us say new normal. In these circumstances, we need to prepare ourselves for the this thing, and there is a lot of hope in the industry. When we talk of incentives, yes, earlier days when we spoke of incentives, we used to go to Bangkok, we used to go to places far off from India, like Bali, like Thailand, Sri Lanka, and things like that. Dubai also was one of the favorite destinations. But now COVID has brought about a sense of threat. People are very frightened of travel now. So this will give, Philip, this will give a boost to the local industry, where companies will try to take their people for outings. Maybe not in the very near future, but after 4 to 5 months, they are bound to take them. And India has a very good potential, and this is in a boon in disguise for us. Conferences and meetings, I have already elaborated. Now, let us speak about the exhibitions point of view. Exhibition industry in India has been a very narrow segment. Now, because people are frightened of China as an economy, slowly we will see that the manufacturing sector will move to India. And when manufacturing comes to India, the exhibition is the only support base that it will have. If small ancillary units, small companies start springing up in our vicinity, we will find that they will source exhibitions as one of their marketing tools. And so I think we have a great future ahead for the mice industry. There is, yes, this challenge is there. It is short-term, and I think we are well equipped to tackle this. Let's hope that this COVID situation gets controlled soon, and we will have a very good time. That is my opening remarks. Later on, we will discuss further.
Thank you, sir. And I would like to ask Vishala ma'am a little thing. What would be the near future for destination management or destination marketing if some student wants to go for destination management? Ma'am, can you please unmute?
Sorry. So all these years, what we have done is we have focused excessively on destination marketing. Like, you know, we went to Europe, we went to USA, we went to more other countries, and we created campaigns as a country. But this is the right time where we have to move away from the destination marketing, but we have to get into destination development. The destination development is not only infrastructure development, but people capabilities development and also a community development. Like Neeraj sir said, everybody has to become an industry themselves. Like if the company has to take their staff to one place, like, you know, Gir National Park, for example, what kind of experiences that are there? I don't think that they have created that kind of itinerary. We only marketed the destinations, but we did not sort out the internal issues. like creating the itineraries and developing the artist community and developing the community centers and managing the community centers properly and creating that attractive content. We forgot about all this. So I think the students, there's a huge scope in destination development. They can open art and cultural centers. They can become experience delivery people. They can curate itineraries of their own space in the culture, in agriculture and rural tourism and experiential tourism, so that we will be able to capture the new tourism that is going to come up, the new domestic tourism that is going to come up. So that is where the students have to focus. That's where huge opportunities. That's what I was telling, culture and creative industry. We have to strengthen the CCI segment to attract the new tourism.
Thank you, ma'am. My next question is to Naidu sir. Naidu sir, can you please explain how technology is going to help in this COVID situation or after the COVID situation? Can you please unmute yourself, sir, please?
Yeah. So we all understand that by this time, what is the role of a technology, right? If the technology would have been not there, almost like whatever the business was happening, right? 95% of the companies, IT companies, were able to perform almost 100% of their business, right? There is hardly 5% impact, mainly because the technology was there. People were comfortable in using the technology. Similarly, our industry also, I think we were really able to do a quick job in, coming to the new normal. Zoom meetings becomes our regular meetings now, right? And we have been interacting with the employees on the technology side, and it becomes new normal. So for now, every student, one thing is most important. If you are technology challenged, then it will become going to be very tough times in the future. You should know very, very simple and easy how to use any technology, whether it could be, to build a website if required, because marketing is also becomes a part of the overall strategy, right? You should be in a position to build a technology website. And there are so many simple, easier tools, like drinking a glass of water, you can make a website. So there are tools and technologies are available. Similarly, marketing side, you have to be equipped according to that. Usage of the technology, and your technology basic backbone is internet today. So you need to have a stable internet platform and systems within the house, that needs to be there. So, and then your telecom network is important. So all of these, you have to be comfortable in usage, like in a regular way, in an event management, how you are very good in the normal way. In an online space, you should know all of these factors, how to use your social channels very effectively, how to communicate it. That all these becomes very, very essential part. When coming to the event thing, yes, next 6 months may not, physical big events may not happen, but they're going to be started small gatherings, meetings, discussions. Everything will going to happen on a technology only. So it's very important, start learning the things in terms of the activity. And you also need to become a little more active on the social channels, marketing channels. You should learn so much on the marketing areas of activities. And be ready when the market comes, because this is not going to go away. This market is not going to go away. Yes, next 6 months is going to be massively impacted, but 2021 is what we have to be ready in every angle. That's what, and the technology is going to play major role. And moving forward is going to be hybrid events. Even though there may be physical events happening, there are going to be, events going to be live casted, through online, and there will be people attending through online. So it is going to be a hybrid concept moving forward. Physical plus online. It can't be forever. The online thing can't be ignored moving forward.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much. Neeraj sir, I heard that you started you are the person who is the backbone for the mice industry in Hyderabad. So we want to know, you had begun and you have seen the peaks and now it's again dropping. So can you suggest students how you started and how it is going to happen? Because you have seen the starting and you have seen a bit of end. Again, it's going to start. So can we know some stories from you, how you people struggled and how you people lifted this market?
See, first of all, I would like to clear the fact that I am not the person who started mice in this thing. Of course, I started myself around 21 years back as an event manager, maybe a small time event manager doing birthday parties and things like that. Now, since mice is regarded as one of the topmost segments of the event management industry, I am proud to be here, and our company is doing great business in mice sector nowadays. But this 21 years of journey, of course, has been a very patchy one. We have seen so many transformations. Like, for example, what I will try to do is I will try to relate my journey with this COVID, because that is very pertinent now. Like when we started this in this industry as a newcomer, it was very tough for a person to start on his own as an event manager, because people used to go to your place and see your go downs and see your capability of handling an event. Then after 4 or 5 years, the trend changed. People used to carry only good presentations with them. Those days saw the coming in of iPads and laptops. People, new event managers used to carry only presentations, take pictures, and then go to a client, impress him with this, and then come with the orders. So from a place, from a checking a physical entity to the convincing through presentations, we saw that transformation. Then came in an era when websites were there, when things like portals were there. You can be far away from anywhere, but your like Mera Events is there. You can launch an event on the portal and they will help you reach out to different people. So from doing the homework ourselves to this transformation, people helping others, like companies which came forward in the form of technological support, in the terms of getting you a website, getting you online platforms. And then now you come to a phase where everything is online. Like today, you see the even the Prime Minister has boasted that in a country which never used to have any PPE, the personal protection equipment manufacturer, we are manufacturing 2 lakh and also 2 lakh PPE equipment per day, and then we are able to sell it. So see the transformation. We are able to sell it because no one is on road, no one is coming out, no one is reachable, but still the technology is helping us. So this is the transformation. Day in and day out, if you are to sustain, if you have to be a leader, if you want sustain is one point, and then continue to be leader, continue to be pioneer is something more. But for both these things, you require to be abreast with the changes. Changes do happen, and we need to always adjust with changes. That is the law of nature, and the survival of the fittest is the theorem on which everyone works. The one who adapts to change will survive.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. My question is to all speakers, like this is a simple question, but it is more valuable for students. So can you suggest our students what they can do in this period, in this gap period, maybe 6 months or 8 months till the time they get their job, what they can learn or what they can focus on so that they can become a good person or good employee in the future?
Yeah, last night I was last night I got a small thought and I posted on LinkedIn, at around 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock. By the time I woke up in the morning, it was viewed by almost 15,000 people. So let me repeat what I posted simply, right? Today we are in the professional sector, and especially in the MICE sector, the LinkedIn is going to be play a major role for us. LinkedIn and Twitter, these are the 2 platforms is going to make a major difference for us in the moving forward. Sitting just in front of LinkedIn, pretty much you can connect to anybody in the world, and you can actually grasp the knowledge anywhere in the world. And LinkedIn also has another tool called LinkedIn Learning, with a very, very small cost of less than 2,000 rupees. There are 10,000 plus courses available on LinkedIn. You name the topic, you can learn. No more, you don't need to be handicapped. So I myself was, recommended this to all my employees. I asked yesterday my employees, all the employees in the company, hey, earlier you used to work 8 hours for the company and 1 hour for your lunch breaks, and then 1 to 2 hours of your travel time. Now, how much time you are able to save now? Everybody told that I'm able to save 1 to 2 hours on a daily basis now. I said now from tomorrow onwards, June 1st onwards, it is mandatory to give that 1 hour of the time for your own learning. And I told them every day you have to learn something, and every week one person in the company has to share the knowledge with other person. So today it is all about upgrading your skills and learning and be equipped. Even today, even though I have like 25,000 people on LinkedIn network, I still paid another small amount and still know what else I can learn on the LinkedIn side. And I said, I wanted to learn more, you know, every day I'm spending at least an hour on LinkedIn learning, which you never looked at. So there are so many things you can do. Even though there are like Netflix, Amazon, and all the Disney has a great entertainment, there is so much learning. The series, some of these series, what happening on that, amazing thing. For example, I looked at a series called Minimalism. Amazing thing. So like you never heard, never did, never saw, never had a time to do. This is a great opportunity. So my simple recommendation is, one, first and foremost, update your profile on LinkedIn in a proper way with a professional, your picture, your lot of these things, right? And then spend at least an hour for learning some other topic, not necessarily the same subject. Even I was just before browsing, what are the learnings on event management? There are courses on that. Communication, marketing, you name it, they have courses. So there are so many online learning cost things. This is a time to learn and time to unlearn. Like what you know, forget about that as if you don't know anything. You start learning. Things will be definitely going to change massively, and it's going to be great times ahead of it.
Thank you, sir. Vishala ma'am, can you give us some insights?
So continuing what Naidu Garu said, it is time for the personal branding. A lot of platforms are available, professional networks, they have to be visible. You have to ask how many of these students are on LinkedIn. Even if they are there, how many of them are properly presenting themselves as professional students are open for learning opportunities, number one. And number two is, learning and skill development. If you see, like earlier, there was a lot of cost involved in going for conferences, attending physical conferences. Now, the entire world is opening just in your laptop or your mobile phone. And a lot of webinars and interesting topics are available everywhere. Maybe they can register and they can learn to the industry personalities and they can see. And the third one is they have to, like a lot of now, Dekho Apna Desh campaign by the government of India, it is going to open up a lot of opportunities. And what the students have to do is that, learn more about our Indian spaces, about our Indian culture, about our arts and about our food, and maybe write features and the blogs and the articles so that they will develop the storytelling on their own, and maybe use this kind of time for self-employment. Like, what is the direction now? There will be a huge tough competition. Earlier, what is going to happen is everybody used to get jobs. Now I don't think that many of the job opportunities will be opening up, but self-employment, yes, a lot of freelancing opportunities are going to open up, but they have to be prepared. They have to be available, that I will do this kind of work and this is my profile. Maybe this is time for personal branding. Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Neeraj sir. Neeraj sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Can you please give us some insights?
I think both my seniors have added whatever.
Yeah.
But just to.
But your experience will add us more information.
What further to learning, I would like to add the word experimenting. See, learning always happens, and 2 months of learning was there. If someone has missed it, yes, they should further think of learning. But I think 2 months of learning was there, and we have utilized this like nothing. Because in my lifetime, I have never been into such a phase of learning. Every day, attending 3 or 4 webinars and discussing with some sharp minds like Naidu sir and Vishala ji all along. So it is really opening up for us, but the opening up will not be of much use if you don't experiment with it. This is a very congenial atmosphere for you to experiment. Like what Vishala ji has rightly said, you may find that the employment opportunities might be less in the near future. So keeping that in mind, experimentation is very important. I invite people, I appeal to all the students to go forward and experiment with the kind of learning they have, experiment with the opportunities that they have, experiment in terms of good entrepreneurship. They can start, they can go for new startups. New fields are emerging which have very huge potential, and they have no players in this, very few players. Like for instance, the sanitization, this thing in facility management. Earlier, only big companies used to have the facility management and sanitization practices. Now, literally every shop, every nook and corner of the city needs sanitization. So there is a huge scope for hospitality students and otherwise also for people to experiment in these lines, bring up new practices, develop new SOPs for the new normal. I think this people, the young students should concentrate more on this. That's my point.
Thank you, sir. Sir, you all people were talking about startups and personal branding and self-employment, which is really motivating my students. Because I teach this subject in the college, and most of my students who are interested to start their business. Can you give them some suggestions how they can start the business and what are the points they need to keep in mind while starting the business? Sir, from you, sir.
Yeah, I think the starting the business is a very important thing, but the most important thing in that is the clarity of the thought. For example, what am I going to do and how is it going to be different from already existing? Let's not try to build a product which is Me Too product. Like when I started 10 years before, everybody was laughing, hey, Mera Events kind of a platform is not going to work in India. But you know, but I did not plan for 2009. I planned for 2010 or 2020, right? So when I'm starting something in 2009, right, I was planning for 2020. So you as a person, as an entrepreneur, as a business person, don't look for today, tomorrow. What is going to happen in next 5 years? You need to make your product or a business relevant to even that times also. And you have to be able to think that. And I mean, most of the thing like Neeraj sir, Vishala, I was all talking in 2008, 2007 times, this is what I wanted to do, right? And most of the people know aware of it, right? And today it becomes the heart of the business, right? Even though whatever I built from 10 years, it went to zero, but there is a brand which got created, it can go double from here. You know, the times like COVID might wipe off your entire thought, but it's going to come back even more strongly when you are able to do it. So one most important thing is what is the idea and the business thing and your clarity of mind. Am I trying to make money tomorrow and then get out of it? Business can't work like that. If you don't have time to spend at least 5 years to 10 years on any business, please don't start anything, because there is not going to be a shortcuts for business. At least minimum 5 years. I have dedicated 10 years of my time for Mera Events to build. So anybody who wanted to start a business or a small business or a company or an entrepreneurship, your next 5 to 10 years, you should be ready to dedicate, right? And the clarity of the thought. Second, India is one thing which makes a biggest mistake is we try to sell the product based on price, not based on the value. So please ensure that whatever you're doing, please spend time that I don't want to sell cheap. I want to sell the value. It may be the most premium thing. You say today in Hyderabad, how many premium things sells better than normal stuff, right? And even in the current scenario. So look at it, the value, not the price. Look at that very, very clearly, right? Understand your customer. Whom am I serving it? How is it going to be beneficial? So things like that. I kind of looked at even, in fact, this is the time where I'm also looking at a new venture, which is like last 70 days, I spent like time with more than 70 entrepreneurs every day. And I realized that 98% of the people doesn't have a clarity, doesn't have a vision, doesn't know where they are getting into, but they want to be an entrepreneurs. So I thought, why not I solve that problem as my opportunity, because I am carried with 20 years of experience. And if your vision has to be so big that rest all the things should be very small, right? You need to be driven by the passion and the vision, right? Now I want to make a difference to 1 million entrepreneurs or a small business in the next 10 years. That's my big vision, which I'm going to start a new opportunity in this difficult time. So you have to be clear on your thought, and your vision has to be so big, which will make a difference. Over to you. Yeah.
Sir, there is a person who raised his hand.
Yeah, let him. Why don't we answer?
Yeah, Dilip. Dilip, you can switch on yourself and ask your question to sir. Please unmute yourself, please. Yeah. Hi, Dilip.
Yeah, good afternoon. Thank you very much for giving me an opportunity to add two, three things in this webinar which we are conducting. My name is Dr. Dilip Das. I'm heading the Department of Tourism Management, Bardhaman University, where we are having papers on event management also. So I was just listening to all the three panelists or experts, I can say. But on academic point of view, since you have raised one questions like how do the students will prepare themselves. So in this regard, I'm having two, three suggestions if that can be of use of your students. First thing is that like as most of the panelists, even some of them are what you can say they are indulged in their business for more than 20 years or 15 years of their business. They knows the better about MICE industry. No doubt, tourism and hospitality industry, including MICE, as having a slowdown because of these COVID-19 cases. But within a very short span of time, the things will again, it will be coming back to its normal business. Maybe if we are more optimistic, the business will be more in comparison to what it was there in the previous. So my point of view, an academic perspective, being the faculty, you should make your students prepared for the industry. As Visala Madam has rightly pointed out, you have to brand your students also. You have to make them aware. One example I can tell you is in particularly the students, those who are going to be passed out recently in the last semester or like that. Because you have to keep them ready for the future, because in future, once the business will start, you don't get time to complete their training. They have to be their business for 24-hour service, because already we have seen the slowdown. So my point is, you should provide them training. That too, as technology, as Naidu sir rightly mentioned, use of technology is now imperative. The professors previously, they were reluctant about using laptops or computers, even mobiles. But nowadays they are taking classes regularly. So my point is, make the students understand about the importance of online classes, to involve them in online classes side by side. Those who are opting for training, give them training in different travel agencies, reputed travel agencies in India, where they are providing training online. That too, the faculties or the persons who are providing the training, they are very highly industry-wise, they are very experienced, and you should provide them a training. But no doubt, money comes into picture. But as Naidu sir has rightly mentioned, you have to bargain for it, and you have to give them 1 month or 15 or 1.5 months, 6 weeks training on different destinations, different importance of MICE business, as the discussion is on MICE, importance of MICE business, types of MICE business, how the MICE business functions. Like people in this case, Naidu sir and Neeraj Thakurji, they will be handy in this regard. So they will be giving all the information to the students, so that they will have a hand-on experience by sitting in at their home only. So that they should be physically as well as mentally fit to join in the industry. Because once the industry will boost, you won't get time to make themselves more trained, so that after getting the training, they will be joining. So make them aware about the importance of training, need for training, as much as possible, try to manage classes. Online classes is now, you cannot avoid this, that you have to take class online, whatever may be the cases, because the condition has changed substantially, and it is the need for the hour. Nobody can deny the fact that it's not possible nowadays to take a class of 120 students in a hotel management. The students' classes are having more than 60 or 120. So make them group, take some regular online classes, tell your faculties, since principals sir was there, if I'm not wrong, maybe he is there. So try, like your organization will take most necessary measures to take the classes online through regular.
Yes, sir. We are following all online classes. Yeah, we will consider your suggestions.
So if this thing will take care of, as Visala Madam has rightly said, you have to make your students ready. As Neeraj Thakur sir told that it should be you have to be experimenting certain things, And as
Yes,
Naidu sir has rightly mentioned, like you have to look into different other aspects, like he has rightly mentioned about the different short-term
yes, sir.
courses available in Amazon and all. Make themselves aware, take regular online classes, make the
Definitely,
students
sir.
ready.
Definitely. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
That is my suggestions, and thank you very much for giving me this
Yeah.
opportunity
Yeah.
to share some of my views. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much. Vishala ma'am. Vishala ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Can I have some of your insights, like what students can do to start their own business? Because everyone is telling about personal branding, and yeah, as even Dr. Dilip Kumar also mentioned us some of the points like personal branding and doing online classes. Yeah, can you suggest students regarding destination management as well as regarding events? So both things we can cover from your side. And can you please unmute yourself? Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
I'll start from where Naidu Garu ended. What he
Yeah.
told, vision has to be big.
Yeah.
And yes, vision has to be really big. They have to prepare for next 5 years, at least the roadmap for themselves, and they have to choose the area where they are going to, be entering into. That is very, very important. That clarity of thought is very important. And that field where they are entering, they have to be really passionate for, because 5 years dedicating their time is not that easy. If they are really like that field, if they're really passionate about that field, either it can be a food, or either it can be a tour guide, or that can be a travel program, that will drive them. That part itself will drive them. And the second thing is, 1 week back, when a girl came to me, she completed her MBBS and she wanted to start food prescription program. Then what I told her is that, first you get 5 clients and then do the food prescription program for them for 2 months and then come back to me, then we'll talk. So whatever they are doing, experimenting with the thought that they have is very, very important, because if they can do small and that itself will drive them to medium, then the medium will become big. So that is how entrepreneurs will be. But yes, we have to have big vision, but start with small steps. Start with something without any huge investment. Start with what you have within your resources, within your friends, but choose your field of action. That is what very, very important.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. Neeraj Thakur, sir. Yeah. Can you please give us some insights? How to start a business, how to build a business?
Half of my knowledge sharing has been done by Vishala ji, because she has elaborated experimentation. What I would like to add is, for the students, not everyone is made to be an entrepreneur. Not everyone is born an entrepreneur. That you must keep in mind. This is a very congenial atmosphere for you to try to become an entrepreneur. And I'm telling this because in these circumstances, the cost of marketing is very less. The cost involved in your capital investment may be very less. There is an emphasis on local made products. So this atmosphere, I think, is very congenial for the students to experiment. They should experiment whether they are made for being an entrepreneur. Earlier days, a person who was blessed with entrepreneurial skills used to waste his skills by joining an engineering stream and becoming maybe a employee with some company. This has come as a blessing in disguise. Not everyone is made for testing his skills for 5 years, 6 years, because the conditions, the economic conditions of the country, and I agree that the economic conditions of most of the middle class people in the country will not permit him to do an exercise for next 4 to 5 years without income, without this thing. So keeping that in mind, when you ask the question, what he should do in this lockdown period, in this period of transformation, I think learning was the first point. Experimentation of that learning should be the second point. Then he can think of, because see, we people, when we come to such fora, we are also as good as mortals as you people are. So we can't expect anything that the God has given us some basic knowledge, some pre-knowledge of what is going to happen. Only thing is, with our experience, we can say that, okay, if this is likely to happen, you have to be like this. That is the only thing. We can't predict what is the future like. Maybe every week the situation is changing drastically. Sitting 15 days earlier, people were thinking that this year completely has gone. This 2020 has wiped out. You can see different memes on social media. 2020 out of calendar. I am remove 2020. Now you see, you are entering June and hotels have started working. Hotels have started taking bookings. So everything is transforming so dynamically that it is very difficult for us to give any guidance or predetermined way for a student. But of course, we can give an orientation. This orientation can be that, yes, you need to experiment. In this 1 or 2 months, you please try to experiment with this thing. Also, from the industry perspective, we like to put forth here that we have started a Center for Excellence in Event Entrepreneurship in coordination with NIT. Unfortunately, last year we were unable to start this course, although we have signed the come as a blessing in disguise. Most of the industry fellows are free nowadays, and we are in a very big way thinking of coming out with a knowledge-based sessions and orientation programs for the students for the entrepreneurship in events arena. So maybe further down the line, maybe 10-15 days more, we will be able to give you a better picture about how the trends are emerging and what can be done by the students.
Thank you, sir. My question to Vishala ma'am and Neeraj Thakur sir, because you people have taken students from our campus to give them industrial trainings, and mostly last year Vishala ma'am took few international students, and Neeraj sir took Hemant and all, so many students. Sir, my question is from many of the students who are asking in the chat box, when can we have our industrial training? Can we have this year our industrial training? This is the major question coming from most of the students. So you two people are already taking students since before years. Since before I joined, you people are there associated with our institute. So I would like to ask you on behalf of my students, when could you people start taking students back for internships? This is the major concern from my students. Many of my students were asking this question.
If Neeraj sir can start, I will add later.
Me to start? Okay. See, as I told, this is a very good time for learning, very good time for experimentation. If any students are ready to experiment with us, if any students are ready to join our companies, we are also in the process of developing new SOPs. This is a very good time to learn as a student of how you cope up with the changing scenario. You might have learned several techniques in your classroom. Your faculty must have given you inputs on how to go about this. Maybe textbook knowledge is full in you. This is the time when we can sit together as an entrepreneur. You can learn our experience from our experience, and we can learn from your out-of-the-box thinking. So there is a definite need for fresh blood to come in. And as an industry, as an events industry, we have always been in the foreground, working with the new people, new talent. And we appreciate if any students are there, we will try to absorb them. There is no dearth of talent. Yes, for the unskilled people, maybe there is a definite crisis, but skilled people we always need, because we are in the process of developing new SOPs for the customer confidence building measures have to be put in our business. This cannot happen with one mind. We need to have some brains working with us. So for the brainy people, if you have people who can be with us, please do send them.
Definitely, sir. Definitely. Yes, ma'am. Vishala, ma'am.
And from out of the box thinking. If there is, that is exactly what we need, because this is not the time to take people and make them sit in the office. If they have some value, if they are open to learning, if they have that creative thinking ability, if they can actually make us also excite, then we are open. But how many of them are out of the box, thinking people? That is the question that I ask. My experience in the last few years of taking students from NITIM, they are completely like, I'm sorry to say, but I don't see any innovative thoughts and any exciting thoughts in them. They're very plain and very what do you call? They're not having a lot of innovative ideas. So I want people definitely with a lot of creative thoughts, because what we are building now is something which is out of the box idea. We are building a community of creative and culture entrepreneurs. This is going to be the largest network. I already have 30 entrepreneurs in my network, and they're into content, they're into photography, they're into films, and we want to create a lot of knowledge and education programs for them. That I need a lot of people. And we are also planning to introduce a community development manager course, because if you see, every hospital, every university, every residential community, every city, every colony now needs a community manager. So how many people are able to introduce creative programs? How many people are able to handle that is very important. So we are planning to do that course as well. So maybe I can involve the students in developing the curriculum, in onboarding people, and in delivering education. But as I said, I definitely am open. We are open for out of the box thinking people. We are open for talent.
Thank you, ma'am. So you give us some feedback. This is really good. So community development and creative thoughts, which, yeah, definitely in this generation, yes, because most of the students, we should not comment, they came from corporate schools and colleges where, creativity has been lost and vanished because of the education system. So at least now we got a chance to think about these things, creativity and community. Yes, definitely we will take your points.
You added Hemant. Because of the corporate schools, they killed the creativity, they killed the innovation. But it should not actually, now it should open. People now should realize that what keeps us engaged. Now, if you see the entire COVID, the creative industry is the one which kept us engaged. The Netflix and the Amazons and the music and the dance and the content. Otherwise, we would have gone mad. The food and the agriculture and the culture are the two things which needed now, and this is where the opportunities are going to open up. So the students, better to be creative, better to be hardworking. This is not going to be a journey.
I feel like now everybody open up their creativity, because I have visualizing many Instagram pictures of my students. They are cooking, they are making some art and craft works. So hopefully from this time you may get good employees or good trainees. Let us see. Let us hope for the best. Naidu sir, you are the newcomer for us. So we want some bright inputs from you so that my students can join you as well in future.
Absolutely. See, we have been always, as like everybody said, we always look for the right talent,
Yes, sir.
But the problem is that they need to put their thought process into the way how is going to be helpful to them and how is going to be helpful to the customer base, right? For example, Mera Events basically helping all event organizers to help them to sell tickets more, which is maybe marketing, or help them to use the technology better, right, to simplify all their activities. This is the time where we are happy to teach and happy to give the guidance to the people who are willing to give their best. Because end of the day, if they understand whom are we are serving for, and how can we help them. End of the day, it is all about helping them, right? My customers, which is event organizers. If our students put that shoe in that lens in the mind, we are happy to support them and take it to the next level.
And sir, I have seen your profile. Like you're from engineering background, and like you jumped into events. So is the transformation very easy for you?
I mean, I don't want to do the same thing twice.
Okay.
So, right? The first 10 years, whatever I've done, I don't want to do it. Even now also, I don't want to do whatever I have done, for example, right? So you wanted to do, because you have to keep your thought afresh and really young in your mind, though you can't make the age young, right? At least if you remind
Yes.
young, the only way is you have to keep thinking something new, very different, and keeping the end customer in mind. Whatever I do, how can I help my end customer? If that thought process in place, then ideas will flow around that.
Thank you,
Because
sir. I asked this
statistical
question.
number, right? Before COVID, we have done last year close to 100 crores worth of ticketing, and close to 2 million people bought the tickets on our platform, and close to 30,000 event organizers, and they have created almost 1 lakh events on our platform, right? That's kind of numbers, right? If it is, unless it's bigger than that, it doesn't excite me. Our people has to see how can we create a value. So it is about value creation for me in the process.
Thank you, sir. The main point why I ask you this question, to make sure my students, there is a lot of opportunity in this industry. Anyone
Yes,
can come into this creative industry and they can join. That's the reason I pointed out this question to you especially.
Yeah.
So I would like to ask, would you like to tell anything for my students, Neeraj sir, Naidu sir, or Vishala ma'am? Would you like to?
From the students, that is better for, I think, we should answer at least a couple of questions from the students directly. Yeah.
Yeah. Any students would like to ask any questions? Anyone?
I think in the chat there are some questions.
Yeah, I'm looking into.
You can pick up and ask him.
Yeah, it's safe.
Everybody is looking after job opportunities. I recommend, next 6 months is going to be tough. You have to start thinking in a different thing. You have to be job creator, or you have to create at least some small business, making ways of your learning. Most of the people are still thinking about job. We need to come out of it.
Yeah.
Mostly my questions.
My point is, I would like to tell the students that yes, jobs will be very difficult to come in the near future. As I already elaborated, that you should be engaged in the phase of experimentation. Experimentation doesn't mean that you look for starting your own companies. Experimenting in terms of writing blogs, experimenting in terms of cultivating habit of content writing, good reading habits, good writing skills. In our industry, although it is a creative industry, we lack this resource like anything. There is no good content writer in our industry. That is what I feel. Even in the hospitality industry, if you see, the presentations are so blank, so this thing, and even for event managers, except for one or two people, they hardly are any people who are experimenting with good presentation skills. And those, I will tell you, students, that those who are well equipped in this are always excel in their field. Like for instance, you can see Naidu sir, in his talk, he said that I don't want to do anything twice. That kind of out of the box thinking you need to develop. That although I am from an engineering field, I will not stick to that. Although you are from an hospitality field, you need to develop different skills in yourself, so that at least you are marked as the number one in your field. So try to develop these things. You will never be in such a piquant situation where you need to beg for jobs. I definitely tell you, as being a creative industry, we are always in need of good people. And at this juncture also, our industry needs talent. There is no point that we don't need talent. It is up to you. If you excel, if you develop the skills which are needed for the industry, you will be in demand.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Most hot topic right now, or need of the hour, is the video creation skills. A lot of people don't know how to create a video. If you can learn and if you can teach the people, right, how to create a nice video, how to edit, and it is not so difficult. Maybe less than 15 days, you can become master in that space, provided you are focusing on that. And a lot of people needs that kind of a skill, so you can able to make money, or you can able to create opportunities for yourself. Video creation, content creation is amazing opportunity. Don't get into too much on digital marketing because there are enough people on that space, but video creation and content creation amazing opportunities are available in front of you.
Sir, I think there is a question from one of the students. What will be the future of photographers who are working for events? This is from one of my student who is our local photographer or in-house photographer for our college. He is asking, what is the future if I want to choose as a photography as my career in events? What is the life? Like sir said, someday from inside.
No, the challenge is 6 to 9 months. Every new anything which is associated with the physical event, right? Whatever may be the related to the physical event will be impacted at least by 50% for the next 6 to 9 months. Related to the physical events, because the scale is not going to be there.
Thank you.
Event is going not to be there, right? But it's not permanent. That is something I can surely that people are going to come back with the events. But the 6 to 9 months, you have to find an alternative career opportunity, anything which is associated with the physical event. That is something as a in broader. So they understand whatever their thing which is associated with the physical event, a 50% dip is there. So only the best first 50% cream will get that opportunity. A freshers and a normal average person will not get that opportunity within that space. So you have to be very, very clear that next 6 to 9 months, I have to look for an alternative sustainable career opportunity for next 6 to 9 months in the event industry where you are associated with the physical events.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Next question, what will be the role of artificial intelligence and machine learning in, in tourism and hospitality and event sectors? Do you want me to repeat the question?
I understood that question. See,
Yeah.
basically artificial intelligence and machine learning is right. Everything, this is not used in physical world. It is more of, it is used in a device or a product or a solution, right? These artificial intelligence and, for example, I will give an example, right? How an artificial intelligence will be used. Let's say in Mera Events platform, there are 1,000 events are happening on platform, right? When somebody comes to the platform based on their events which they viewed, a system would artificially understand his preferences, his understanding, and start showing the events which are more relevant to that kind of events. And over the period of time, machine understands that information, and that is how the machine learning is built. So it is physically over a product or a platform or an online space, this AI and ML is used, which is artificial intelligence, machine learning is used. So if you are associated with any product over the period of time, machine would understand and start giving the recommendations. Like for example, you went to Netflix, you watched a movie. Based on that kind of a character of the movie, this will be happening it.
Okay, sir.
My answer is artificial intelligence will not give you any jobs. It will take away all your jobs.
That is a over smart question by someone. Anyway.
Yes, that will disrupt the entire tourism industry. You don't have people sitting in the space and answering questions and face-to-face talking. Everything is machine and it will answer your questions and it will catch your thoughts, right? Having said that, both the points what Neeraj sir and Naidu Garu said is related to content and creative industry. Again, I'm repeating the same point. They don't know how to make 2 slides of the presentation. They don't know how to write 4 lines of content. And if this is the situation, I forget about any job opportunities. You will not even be able to sustain as a business person, entrepreneur. So the first thing is they have to write their story. What is my story? They have to make a decision tree. Where I am standing, what is the next 5 years I have to do, and what are the things that I need to learn to be where I am. So that is where they have to get into a lot of reading, lot of writing, lot of experimenting, and lot of presenting. How do you have to present your thought is very important. So let them spend for the next 6 to 7 months in this process. And if there is any talent, we are open to take them and train them more.
And if you can't communicate what you wanted to do, is going to be the massive blow, right? Today, if you can't present yourself, you can't come, you don't need to be great in English, right? Understand once again, but you need to be in a position to communicate without fear, and you should be able to communicate that in an effective manner, in a simple way. So that is the most important factor. How much knowledge you have doesn't matter. You can't be able to give that or put that knowledge into the exercise, no value. So start learning, even if you have missed the opportunity in all these years, coming 20, 25 years, but you could not able to do it. don't worry. Even this is still a time is available. The next 1 month, at least still a lockdown or kind of nothing is going to happen. Even 1 month, good month is enough to come back to you normally. Don't worry about what happened, but at least start now and start communicating, start expressing yourself, and be frank. Nothing, you don't try to please someone to do whatever you are doing it. Do for yourself. That will really make a difference in the long run. If you try to please people and then how you want other person to please, you're not going to give your best. So do whatever you wanted to do, like the way you do, and don't fear about other people. Express yourself. Things would be drastically different.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Like one of my students, like Arvind Ramesh was thanking you because he was the photographer and you gave right inputs. That's what he said in the chat box. And there are two students, like two participants who raised their hands. Nanda Harshita, you want to ask any question? Nanda Harshita? I'm giving some more time. Nanda Harshita? Okay, I think she don't want to ask anything. Okay, and anyone would like to ask any question? I think no. Because asking question is one of the toughest job which I feel from not only from my students, from students all over the world.
But this condition should have encouraged them, because without showing your face also you can ask question. That is what I am. We were mentioning that this opportunity should be picked up by people. Once you start questioning, then your idea of communication develops very well. I know people like me also. I am also very shy of asking questions whenever some dignitaries are there. But I think people should develop this art. Otherwise, people like us will feel that we have spoken our thing without the students understanding even a bit.
Yes, sir. So I think, this is the thing. Ma'am, I would like to start with you. Would you like to give a line definition or summary from your end, what students should do or what students should learn in one line or one word?
Yeah, we covered in a couple of points. We covered almost everything, and keep them. They have to be very positive, and keep looking forward. And every day things are changing. And as Neeraj sir, I think he said, the fittest of the survival. So people who are open to change, people who can adopt change are the only who can survive now. Maybe let them experiment, let them keep on learning. That's it.
Thank you, ma'am. Sir, Neeraj sir.
Yeah,
in one word, a star word.
Nalaji has already said, but I am thankful that you have not given me a chance after Naidu sir. So let me quickly rob that chance and tell you that out of the box thinking is the need of the hour. And we need people who can perform out of the box, who can come out of that circle, break that Lakshman Rekha and come out. And we need such people.
Perfect.
So,
thank you, sir. Naidu sir.
Clarity of mind, nothing else. Today there are so many things happening across us, right? There is so many negative, positive, and difficult situation we are all in. But one thing which makes different is clarity of your mind. You don't think bother about anything else. What in your mind will finally what is going to happen. So it's most important factor right now is the clarity of mind. Think about it. It's a time to reflect. Think about it. It's a time to change. Have a clarity of your mind, and everything else will change, automatically follow. What you think, what you speak, what you do has to be synchronized. That is the most important factor. You think one thing, you talk one thing, and you do one thing is not going to help. So the synchronization of clarity of mind, clarity of speaking, clarity of doing is what will make a huge difference in your career moving forward. This is one small thing will make a huge difference. Start adapting it.
Thank you, sir. There are two more questions which popped up. I'm lucky enough to ask you. After opening industry, not only social distance, what are the more things we need to take care?
Yeah, Neeraj sir, event management.
See, as I told you, we are in the process of developing new SOPs. Every day, the trend is changing. Social distancing is one part. Like when you think of a meeting, when you think of a convention, the foremost thing starts from the point of registration. How you will filter the registration, how the entry management will be there, what are the F&Bs, all these, what is the F&B protocol, how you will give them, serve them the food, how will you make your participants interact with each other, keeping the social distance in mind, they are seated 6 feet away, how will you develop strategies so that they are not left alone, interaction takes place. All these things are to be discussed, and I am not the one alone person who was going to develop an SOP. We are from our industry, we are floating a hackathon. If you can relate, sir, hackathon is a practice where several software professionals come together and they develop hacks for the problems. This COVID has come to us as a problem, and we are floating the first of its kind event hackathon for developing new SOP in COVID. I think in a month or so, we will be able to come up with a very good SOP. Thanks to the people who are participating, we are throwing this challenge open for the entire country, students and practitioners of events also. They can come forward, they can sit together, they can brainstorm, they can present their ideas. We are dividing an event, MICE event, into around 8 to 10 subjects, different subjects like registration and entry management will be one, the venue management, the venue preparation will be one aspect, then the interactive thing will be another aspect, the F&B will be another aspect. Like this, we are developing around 10 different parameters on which people will sit down and develop new SOPs. We will have industry leaders as mentors for them, wherein people can discuss with them ideas. If it is practical, like students can come up with out of the box ideas, and they can discuss with the mentors if this can be practically implemented in practical situations. So I think the day is not far, but right now we are not in a position to give you any clear solution for this. But in a 15 days or 1 month, as an industry body, we will surely float ideas, and we will share it with all of the students and the practitioners as well.
Thank you, sir. There is another question. What will be the new trends in MICE industry post-COVID? So I think it's the same question almost. Would you like to add anything?
Like for new trend in MICE, thing is people will start more and more work from home culture will develop. Most of the companies will go for work from home, and MICE industry, the meetings, the smaller kind of meetings, like what used to be earlier, the in-house meetings of the companies, this will be transformed into a small get-togethers and meetings in days to come. So there is no dearth of events in terms of MICE industry, and the MICE industry will flourish. As I said, incentives, you will see that in 6 months of a time, the incentives will develop, and local destinations will be preferred. And outbound tourism from India will get lesser and lesser, and our local destinations, the virgin destinations which have not been yet explored, these destinations will get boost. And when we talk of exhibitions, I have already told that India is destined to be a manufacturing hub in the next 5 to 6 years. And you will see that exhibitions will be the future of the manufacturing industry. And without exhibition, any manufacturing economy cannot survive. So there is a great future for exhibitions in India.
Thank you, sir. There is another question, which is a general question. Good afternoon. This is Hamza. My question is, how does one improve himself or herself in terms of presenting oneself?
By doing it, right? It can't be president without doing it. It's the only way we all can execute it. Is like it is an opportunity for him to come out and speak, right? Rather than typing it. It is an opportunity. Every opportunity
I
is
think
to
one of the great examples of good presentation in our industry is Vishala madam. So I have seen her transformation from in the last 10 years. I think she should do justice to this question.
Yeah, go ahead, Vishala.
By constantly learning and improving, that's it. You visualize one picture, like tomorrow you want to be this, and then what it needs to take there, and you do it and go there and live it. That's it. You know, you visualize, live it, do it. And that's
your
it.
voice.
Very simple.
Yeah.
So your story will be one of the inspiration for everyone. Like you came from a local telemedium background and you learned about the industry, worked in the industry. Now, yeah, I think this is the right time.
I have never actually, this is not an easy journey. It took 15 years for me to speak this confidently. And I was not like this when I started. Neeraj sir knows that he came to give us a guest lecture when I was in event management certification program. I couldn't even speak what is, how to ask what is your name, and today I am here. So it took a lot of effort to reach.
Hello.
Yeah, I think
yeah, as Hamza, I think you have got your answer. Sir, what is the process of increasing? There is one question from Uday Kumar. Sir, what is the process of increasing business in event management? Can you hear him? Yes, sir.
Ethical, it can be divided into two, I think. As students, I should not emphasize on the other thing. There are two ways of increasing any business. One is unethical and one is ethical. So let us discuss ethical ways of increasing business. Business ethically can be increased by fair trade practices. Is like what Naidu sir has already told. Please see that you sell your concept not on price, but on the value it generates. That price war, you should never engage in your business. Having said this, I know it is very difficult for a newcomer or a very small company or a startup to sustain price war in our industry. Especially the event industry is also very price sensitive. But I think once you add creative value to your concept, and you get good business. So adding creativity, having good fair trade practices, I think help you a lot. That is the thing I want to add.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
I think this will be my last question. Hi, can you see any sustainable growth in primarily in sustainable tourism?
So if I can,
even though this, yeah,
that is the only tourism which is going to develop. There's a huge scope. Recently, we did a roundtable. We conducted roundtables in 11 cities. This is the only thing which came up. Everybody is looking for some sustainable tourism, and now it is even more relevant because the global village concept is falling down. Now it is only localized. How we can actually develop our own places, how we can engage our own communities within India, how we can develop domestic tourism. So adding to the local people's lives is the one of the key thing in terms of job or in terms of revenue impact. So this is going to develop huge. This is going to go a long road.
So now it is localizing rather than globalizing.
Localizing, yes.
Yeah. Thank you, ma'am. There is one last question, I hope. What about the fine arts, sculpture, painting, and printmaking and art making in this time?
So the sustainable tourism and the culture and creative industries are interconnected. If somebody has to go to a particular place like Pochampalli, then you need all these kind of experiences and artists aligned. That is when the tourism happens, right? So the culture and creative industry plays a huge role in attracting tourism. And all these creative industries will play a major role in this transformation.
Thank you. I think, yeah.
One question you missed, I think, and which is very pertinent. Actually, I wanted to answer this is.
Yes, sir.
It is from Mr. Krishna. I always wanted to own an enterprise. Is it necessary to work as an employee for it first? If yes, how long?
That is private question, sir.
Acha, it is a private question, huh?
Yeah, it's a private question. Yeah, please answer, sir. Please answer.
So I come from a old school of thought. So I don't believe in this startup culture, but I think once you think of doing something, you should step into the shoes first and see whether it pains or not. So always work as an employee. Maybe how long, I don't know. I can't, if you really enjoy working, you can work as long as you want. But I think for a good entrepreneur, it is wise to be an employee first and then become an entrepreneur, because it gives you that kind of confidence. It teaches you the skills required to be a good entrepreneur. For this thing, I will tell you that I have been an employee for 9 months. So that is that it was a very good question to end. And people all out there, you be prepared for the coming season. No need to worry. Keep your mental strength high, and we all will excel together. We all will see that we overcome this. That's all. Thank you.
Naidu sir, anything else from your end?
Thank you. Thanks for giving this opportunity for us. Really, it's very, happy to be here. Yeah, thank you all.
Vishala ma'am?
Yeah, thank you. That's it. I think
National Institute of Tourism and Hospitality Management, nurturing excellence, serving success.